over to the presentation area. Brock Schaefer from the NRL will do the presentations for the Men's Cup champions, taking out some significant prize money. Fantastic tournament by the Titans. We appreciate everything they've done for Rugby League. We hope they enjoyed their time in Las Vegas. Well done to the Titans. As the two teams line up for our national international test match. To both teams out there in our test match. The USA
Arc, where Rugby League in Las Vegas continues the festivities in what is a fantastic match to come. 2025 hosting two emerging nations in the USA and Greece, meeting for the very first time in an epic double header. Hello and welcome to NRL.com's broadcast of this Women's International Test match. Commentator Martin Lippiett here for this momentous match here in the NRL's Las Vegas event, which is aiming to expand and excite more people from around the world to the greatest game of all. What a couple of days it has been in Vegas. We are currently at the midway point. We've just seen the conclusion of the Vegas Nines tournament in the minutes that preceded this one. Big congratulations to all the teams, the 12 men and 10 women's teams that were competing across the couple of days of competition. Some wonderful standards being set. As we have a look at the team list here, a wonderful lineup for the home side. We've got debutantes Shannon Hostowski and Stacia Thompson up in the back line. Skipper Samantha Black-Keels will be doing her thing from halfback. And then that back line looking electric with some real hardened players. Rachel Bradley, keep your eye out for her, and some debutants off the bench. The Greek team that have banded together, lots of players from their homeland playing today. Skipper Melania Waters will be looking to impress in at halfback, and then we'll see lots of players debuting as well. Kula Zis and others indeed. So rugby league action in Las Vegas. It's a women's international test match. We are off and running with the beautiful mountainous hills of Nevada as a background. Early ball here for Greece. Kutsiku will take the first. Pouncing tackle though. Ashley Menke from the States. She's on debut, makes a good one alongside Hayley Sheldon. Ball's been lost, so the Hawks get the ball. I'll pack it down. Great attacking position here for Team USA. They're coming off an up and down 2024 win and a loss on the books. Here they are now, 10 metres out from the line, running out there from dummy half. Fish gets the ball away cleanly. Gianna Beard debuted for the Hawks back in 2022. Will take the first tackle, working it hard. Fish again, one out. Thunderous carry from Katie Sanford, the 5-cap international. USA looking to go hard out of dummy half is Fish. And it's points on the board for the United States of America. They lead Greece. 4 points to nil, conversion to come. Nicole Fish looking so dangerous in a dummy half. You see her eyes up, really probing for a way through. The Greek defence was scattered, all hands, no shoulders, and Fish swims through the gap to put it down. Laveri won't find the extras, but USA in the lead, 4 points to nil. And what a stunning couple of days it's been here in Vegas. Obviously kicked off on Tuesday, February 25th, local here, so it's going to be a worldwide broadcast at the moment. People tuning in from all over the globe. Welcome to this wonderful occasion. We want to talk about the mixing and the mingling that this fantastic event has offered. We saw a lot of the Australian NRL teams training in the lead up to their matches. And we've seen local talents. Marcus Diacre trained with the Sharks on Tuesday. Adam Channel, a former USA Sevens player, trained with the Sharks too. Sione Masoi, who is part of the extended American men's squad, also trained with Cronulla. We've seen more coming in from UK as well, so there's a real global feel about this week of rugby league action. Here, just west of the glitter strip. So it's still here with the States, who find some good meters across the advantage line. Fish delivering the ball well across the hands. There's Esther Anderson, a Union convert. She was there for 2 decades. She'll have a bit of a fumble at the back, and she'll be a bit annoyed about that.
Excuse me, sir.
Player who turned 40 over her second and third Hawks cap last year. So a big opportunity coming up for Greece. They'll get the scrum right up in the middle of the park. Greece have got a wonderful amount of players that have come from the local rugby league competition. Stavriano and Kule, both from the Athens Raiders club over in Greece. Then we have Another 6 representatives from the Aris Eagles. So great to see lots of players making that trip over. Greece, this national side, historically 4 wins, 5 losses. So they get this one today. They get to an even 50-50 win-loss record for their national women's side. There's Angelina Ballas. Hails from North Sydney in New South Wales of Australia. Little switch underneath, finds Guilherme, one of the players from the Aris Eagles. Looking at dummy half Waters, the captain gets it away for Kitsanelli, who chips it over the top. It'll be allowed to bounce. Players are streaming in, getting the ball, turning around quickly is Stacia Thompson, another debutant here for the United States. What a time. The NRL Festival of Rugby League, a great platform to debut. In the festival, it's obviously a shared commitment to promote domestic rugby league growth here in America. You can't speak more highly the LA Roosters, who have been such a driving force, their West Coast Academy, attracting and developing so many wonderful talents for rugby league. Both these American sides are fielded with domestic players only, so they're only picking from the local pool here, which has been producing some great results recently. Now America chipping it ahead. The bounce will favour the home side and they regather it. Samantha Black regathers, scores it between the sticks, and the United States of America take an 8-0 lead. What a try there for Black. The bounce of the egg-shaped ball can be a cruel one indeed, but it all came up red, white and blue as America extend their lead. Great result there for the home side. So the States now looking for the extras. It's good this time. It's 10 points to 0. USA in the lead. Look at the finesse, the handling, the chip over the top, identifies that open space behind. Black comes through at a rate of knots. Stephanie Glumac couldn't get to the ball quick enough. Left the door wide open. And obviously the conclusion of the Festival of Rugby League, not talking about T-Pain hosting the after party on Sunday. We'll see, obviously, round 1 for the 2025 Telstra Premiership NRL competition kickoff. Raiders against the Warriors and the Panthers v the Sharks here in Vegas. But then back across the Pacific, we've got the Roosters v the Broncos on Thursday, West Tigers and the Knights, Dolphins and the Rabbitohs on Friday, Dragons, Bulldogs, Sea Eagles, Cowboys on the 8th, and then the Storm and the Eels to finish off round 1 for that competition. So it's all happening. Rugby League's pulse is increasing in strength as we move into the calendar year. And we want to talk about strength. Another great carry there from Jenna Breed. Now Sanford, who converted over to rugby league. Another player with 2 decades of rugby union left behind to chase rugby league after the Nines tournament a few years ago. Inspired her to do so. Ball's lost backwards. Black gets the pass away. Spreading her legs on the right-hand side. Here goes Bradley. Bradley. Oh, what a carry. She played for the Warhoe Blue Whites, who went down to the Laurentian Stingrays in the Mid-North Coast Women's Premiership last year, 4-2. What a nail-biter. She knows how to play these pressure games well. She'll take the dummy run there as the ball spins across. Black, ball in hand, gives it away, and now it's a hefty run from Anderson, who tries to knock the hinges off the door. But Greece slam it shut just in time. Playing it off the back is Campbell on the fringe. And the Americans strike for a third consecutive try. And once again, that fringing defense around the ruck has let Greece down. Robin and Olivieri looking for the extras, but the Tampa Mischief three-peat state champs kicker can't get it done. The Tampa Mischief also the reigning national champions of America, a massive representation in this Hawks side today. 8 players in this match day squad. Big tip of the hat there to the program. And there'll be some contention here. Oh, the play the ball, that wasn't clean, but we do remind everyone at home, our referees, they are operating purely on line of sight. And they don't have the luxury of the replays like we do here on NRL.com. Thank you all for joining us across the globe for this inaugural test match between these two sides. And the first time ever these two nations will play back-to-back games. What a milestone for them and for Rugby League, taking big steps in the international game. And it's events like this which will really see the game continue to grow and blossom in such magnificent ways. Oh, it's been nothing but the US of A in this opening 11 minutes. It's Kiki Jordan, the mum of 2, smashes her way up. Now some good Greek defence. Taukamo plays for the Redfern All Blacks, an Indigenous Australian semi-pro side. South of Sydney books a good shot on. America, they have been dictating this contest exclusively, as a rare error from Sam Black will lose the ball, and now Greece with an opportunity to respond. Oh, she'll be frustrated about that one. The pass was good, it was right in front, but I think she saw some imposing forms coming at her. Oh, it's been a big couple of days too. The Nines obviously wrapped up. Currently we've got the Combine happening at the same time on the adjoining fields here. We've got 50 male and 50 female athletes from around the world. Big incentives for the clubs to sign, especially the clubs in Australia, to look to this talent, try and sign them. Dom Young, Will Warbeck, they're all here. They're saying everything is bigger and better this year. We're seeing some real monster wingers, those really big 6'5" wingers, the new wingers of the game. They're starting to pop up more, and we're seeing them at this Combine. Really exciting stuff. And the event last night, we saw 10,000 fans down at Fremont Street. So just the presence of the game here has really been inspiring to see as Greece lose it. All the Australian Telstra Premiership CEOs, they're in the house too, observing everything across the week, this week of Rugby League festivities, having massive queues of people waiting to get in on the fan hubs every day as well. So it's pretty incredible. And the Combine, they'll be doing their testing, then heading over to the UFC to do some more strength testing work. The UFC, a bit of an unofficial partner with the NRL over here. So plenty happening. Greece, 1 win and loss last year. They defeated Serbia, went down to Ireland though at the back end. So they'll be looking to try and get a win here. They've got a bit of work to do. Up goes Girolami. Here's the skipper, Waters. from the Mascot Club, one of the oldest rugby league clubs in New South Wales, working across the park. Ballas's pass will bounce and be retained by Greece. Best field position they've had in the match. Short side, opens up. The passes are there as they hunt for the corner, but the flag goes up. American defence pushes them out, and it'll be a turnover. So great intent from Greece. They got themselves into the driver's position, but they just lacked a bit of attacking venom to try and find their way across the chalk and get some points. Here's big Kiki Jordan. Sprinting away is Fish at dummy half. Elusive indeed. Well, penalty against Greece here. So America, given the free kick, they'll be looking to just grab whatever meters they can, then start again. We haven't seen too many law changes coming in the 2025 season. Obviously last year we saw contested restart, more incentives for teams to attempt the short kickoffs and dropouts, keep the game zesty. But 2025 seems like it's going to be a year of just tweaks. The on-field product's in pretty good shape, especially within the rugby league over in Australia. As we see the USA playing on another level. Charging through they go. Campbell's pass can't find its target. And Greece recover it. Sotoria Skuroliaku will pounce upon it, but it'll go both ways, and USA will reclaim possession here in a very healthy part of the field. So America coming in on the right-hand side, and that is a slicing line from Cindy Campbell. She stopped dead at her tracks. Lining up now is Sanford. America not content with the current score. They press the Greek defence as Jordan will be brought down inches before the line. Fish in a dummy half, looks to spread it wide. The hands are moving from America. The space is opening. Hayley Sheldon gets it down in the corner. It's 4 tries for the USA. So great eyes up here from Fish. She's already grabbed points from around the ruck, but this time they've sucked in all the defence and they've earned that right to go wide. It's Hayley Sheldon, the 2024 debutant for the Hawks. He'll score. Plays for the Jacksonville Axewomen. Big kick from the far side. Won't have the distance, but it is the USA in the lead, 18 points to 0. Greek defence here really on the back foot, clustered in, having to bunch up to try and compete and stop some of these big attacking weapons from the USA. Contributes to that lack of defence available for them out wide. Here goes Jordan again. A fierce carrier of the ball, breaks a few tackles on her way through. Now the USA working it hard through the middle. Good tackle from Monday of Greece. Sanford. One out. Valuable meters across the advantage line as Fish looks to spin it out to the right. There's the kick from Olivieri. The last one was good, but this one will be goaled up by the Greek defence, who turn and burn and look to try and get themselves out. Here's Stavriano. Pumping it up the short side. Kutsiku. From the Cardiff Demons in Wales. Oh, big Jordan puts the hurt. From the Greek attack, the Americans are filing in to keep them contained deep in their own half. They'll give away the ball cheaply though, will Greece. They've lost it in the tackles, so America firmly with their foot on the throat of this contest at the moment. Now, big match is being played at Allegiant Stadium on Sunday. Allegiant Stadium, what a fantastic venue, 65,000 seats, just a little bit west of the Strip. One of the most high-tech stadia in the world. Hosted Super Bowl 24, where the Kansas Chiefs got it done. Taylor Swift's Era Tour went there. So what a place for some rugby league as the USA crash through again. This time via Stacia Thompson, who scores on debut. What a treat for the debutante as America continue to run away. With the match. .22 unanswered points. You'll see there on the flags of the field, we've got a nice headwind that's been blowing into the Americans all game. So they're doing this without any wind assistance, and it might explain why these kicks from out wide for Olivieri have been a tad harder with that big headwind she's kicking into. So the USA hold the lead 22-0. We see that very clinical switch up from Olivieri at the back. More just simple things done well. Good hands find their way to Stacia Thompson, another Tampa Mischief player. And there's obviously a really interesting connection between these two national teams. Obviously, Sydney Roosters owner Nick Politis is a major sponsor of Greece. I believe he's here today. He's also, through his club, a beneficiary with the LA Roosters. So he's got a little bit of a foot in both camps, but he's definitely Team Greece today. And the Roosters, they've, from Australia, post-2024, the Vegas competition last year, they were blown away by the development and the passion for the game in America, and they've now developed the West Coast Academy in Long Beach, California, which is actually the site of the 1987 State of Origin game. So there's a bit of history there. It's not just a random allocation. So great to have those little bits of insight to why we're seeing some reoccurring themes with these teams. So it's great to see big players like Nick Politis investing into the game outside of the regular corridors, and more of that will see the game really grow in these international markets where we're already seeing such great growth. Now America, away again. Katie Sanford takes it up. And the lines we're seeing from Esther Anderson. Moves well in close as the chip from Black goes up. There's players all around it. It's bouncing, it's bouncing. It's been knocked on. And Greece will get a rare bit of possession here. But once again, back to the line. They'll need some real go forward to get themselves clear. Trying to utilise that gusty wind that's blowing. Wow, that's a big shot. Katie Sanford puts the herd on Skuroliku. Greece scrambling. Balas offloads the ball under contact. The Americans are pouncing all over them. That's a good carry there. Masturaki gets it up and over. Now America back in the driver's seat. Hostowski. Now America away into clear space in Vegas. And it's another try for the ladies in red, white and blue. Taylor White, the beneficiary. She's gone straight out of dummy half, broken through multiple defenders, and she's taken it all the way home. Hails from the Lafayette College in Pennsylvania. Actually has 3 caps for the Wigan Warriors over in Europe, so well-travelled, debuted for the Hawks back in 2022. So one of the seasoned hands for this side. As the kick in front from Oliveri finds its mark. USA pull out to an impressive 28-0 lead here, with still time left in the first half. And obviously this event, which is going on over the 6 days. JD Sports are a big sponsor, Resorts World another, Las Vegas Tourism. Big thank you to all of them for being on board for another successful edition of this wonderful week of rugby league in Vegas, which, it's really the one bookend of the rugby league calendar internationally. We've got some big games coming up, obviously, on Sunday. The Super League, Wigan versus Warrington, 12:30 local time in Vegas, 8:30 in the morning Australian Eastern Daylight Time. The reigning Super League champions Wigan are going head-to-head with rivals Warrington. Wigan, some big names in there. Bevan French, Jai Field, Junior Nasemba, who was the Super League Young Player of the Year in 2024. Warrington Wolves. Head coach Sam Burgess. Matty Ashton, George Williams, Luke Yates will be headlining that team. America, such confidence, taking that restart deep in their own half, but they're back to the grindstone. Esther Anderson, I've loved her lines all day. Same with Katie Sanford. Cutting in, here's Rachel Bradley. On that left, plenty of players to pick from. This time it's another debutant, Ashley Menke from the New York State Queens. The kick from Black goes up. It's had good weight all day. This one will be fielded well by Ballas, who will gladly take it in goal and get her team starting from a much nicer position on the field. The quick tap and go for Angelita Ballas. We've got to find some momentum off the back of these rucks as Kutsiku will fight tooth and nail to grab a few more yards from the Americans. Big carry once again from Nicola Monday. Plays locally in Brisbane, Australia. Waters fights in the tackle, little switch play underneath from Masturaki, gets it away clean for Guilherme. Now Greece, attack with a kick from Kitsanelli. The bounce will skittle around, but fall USA's way. Oh, and away is the most recent try scorer in white. Got a high shot, but she's up and moving. This is a big moment too, compared to some of the other bigger rugby league nations around the world. Like USA and Greece, not only for the women's, but for the men's too. They don't get many matches every calendar year. Last year, for the women, I think we only saw, I think Greece managed to get 3 games and America managed to get 2. So starting off the year with one in January, it bucks the trend a little bit. And typically the Americans get their games more so in the back end of the calendar year. So creating these new opportunities for these sides to get more time playing at this level, they're all important steps for building confident new rugby league nations. In America, they've obviously been putting some good resources in, as we see it on the scoreboard right now. And the offload from Campbell will roll away. Hostowski, bit of work to do, won't get there. Slammed down there by Glumak. In the way, Fish says, not a problem. 2 tries for Nicole Fish, and she is an absolute weapon out of dummy half. Not only did she have to contend with a wayward defender in the way, but yeah, there's a bit of a cost for that, isn't it? Sam Glumak getting stuck there, trying to slow down the play, but she actually created a bigger problem. She left that giant gap on the open side for Fish to cruise through. And one thing we've learned in this game so far is that Nicole Fish is a brilliant heads-up player, and she sniffs those weaknesses quickly. Oliveri dialed in, grabs 2 more, and it's 34 unanswered points for the USA. And you can see Fish says, if you're here, I know where you're not, and it's going to be easy pickings for me to dive through. Welcome to everyone that is tuning in on the various platforms. I know we've got a big contingent of people watching online on YouTube. Hello to you all via NRL, on the NRL YouTube site. It was a shame we didn't get to play the men's game the other night. A couple of Copper Sharks had decided to take a fair chunk out of one of the light posts, but I believe they got it rectified, but they said, you know what, let's move these games, this doubleheader, ahead a little bit so we've got a little bit of this wonderful, natural Las Vegas sunlight to play these two matches. And a rare error by the United States. This could be an opening that Greece have been waiting for. I haven't flinched too many times, but this is one of them. Big Eleni Ziss charging through, another debutant in the 17 jersey. Here she is on the near side. Plays for the Atlanta Rhinos, which was founded here in the States in 2014. Kind of in the southeast corner of the country. Now Greece. Kutsuku straight up. She's met well though by Campbell. Playing it off the back. Sturaki gives it away for the skipper, Waters. Bit of argy-bargy around the ruck as the Greek ladies push forward. Kule. Another Athen Raider. It's going to be moved quickly. Good response here from Musturaki. Running around the corner hard. Kistanelli. They're going. Greece hunting for their first. Glumac offloads it. It's still alive. Glumac to Glumac. Another offload. Greece hunting, probing. Oh, and they're shut down. The scramble defense from the USA steps up to the plate. This had a bit of everything. That's a big one-on-one. And Ashley Menke shuts it down. Greece was so close. And what effort we have just witnessed from Greece. It's been a real uphill battle, 34 points scored against them. The offloads, the passes, they're scrambling, there's desperation. And that hardened carry at the end by Eleni Ziss. What a matchup that is, though, on that side. Eleni Ziss up against Ashley Menke. Two big frame players colliding on the very corner of the field. A little bit of haze moving in over the mountains here in Las Vegas. And so much still coming your way here on Sunday. The Canberra Raiders up against the New Zealand Warriors at 3 o'clock local time in the afternoon, 11 a.m. on the east coast of Australia. The Warriors, I'm hearing that the Warriors, out of any individual team here in Vegas, there's more Warriors jerseys getting around than anyone. So to all of our viewers in New Zealand, up the Waz, I'm sure you'll be keen to see them kick off their season in style in the always stunning Las Vegas. And then we've got another great match on straight away after that. It's another international test match for the women. There's going to be Australian Jillaroos up against England at 5 p.m. local, 5 p.m. local time in LA. Australia, Katie Yapp, Sally Brigginshaw, the Daily M medal winner from last year, Olivia Koenig. As Greece look to build upon that effort, Girlemi will go close. One of the big strike weapons for this side. Mastaraki gets it away. Another hard line from Glumac. There's two of them in the side. Steph and Sam, sisters. Now Greece, spinning it across. Little feinting away from Ballas. She nearly sneaks past them, but the Americans double down and stop her. Looking out to the left now, Mastaraki switches it up. Back to the center of the field. Here's Glumak. Can't get the hands free for Waters. The Americans, they're sliding over to that right side where they had trouble, but they're going to invite a challenge in the middle. Kistinelli gets the pass away. Greece, there's numbers to the left. They've just got to hold on. Oh, you're kidding. It's been lost. Greece had it all there, but they've dropped it at the last hurdle. So many options. Oh, you could argue that Panayiotopoulos could have straightened up there and taken it upon herself, but Greece, they've had more opportunities in the last 2 or 3 minutes than they have in the whole half, so it's good foresight for what the second half might hold for them. But America, just in front of their try line, are being shut down as big Harilena Gelemi puts on one of her best shots here in the first half. That's a cracking hit. Now Greece, in the dying seconds of this first half, with another opportunity to try and get across that white line and put some numbers up in the lights. Good line here from Kostikou. They'll get 3 on her and stop her in her tracks. Off the back, Mastaraki goes over that right-hand side. Here they go. Greece, Glumak, straightening up. The Americans, they'll just slow it all the way down and rob Greece of any and all momentum, but they'll give away a penalty. So still here with Greece. And this will be it. One play the ball remains. What can Greece do? They'll give it to Gerlami. What can she manufacture here? It's held, and halftime will sound at this international test match between the USA and Greece, and it's the home side. Up 34 points to 0. It's been a cracking opening half. Stay with us here on NRL.com. The second coming up in just a moment. Well, we're back here live from Silverbowl Park in Las Vegas for the second half of this women's international test match between Greece and the USA. It's been nothing but the USA in the opening half. They've left Greece without a single point to their name. They're up 34 points to 0. 40 minutes remain here for both of these sides. Will we see a change of direction as we head to the finish? I'll have to wait and see. Martin Lippiott here with you on NRL.com for their broadcasts of this test match doubleheader between USA and Greece for the women's and then the men's, which will be kicking off soon after the finish of this match today. USA, plenty of points on the board, plenty of try scorers. As Rachel Bradley ducks and weaves through, Gilemi slows her down. Another hefty carry coming, courtesy of Ashley Menke, one of 4 debutantes for the USA today. Fish in a dummy half. She's been lethal. Double cutout. Hands it to Black. Black straightens. Black gets confidence before she gets hammered by a pair of defenders. She had white line fever. And she'll hand the ball over to Greece, who have been embattled in this first half with being stuck at their end of the field. Some real defensive pressure coming from the Americans yet again. Staruki can't find a way through. Now Greece, camp just ahead of their line, look to utilise some of their bigger bodies to try and get some go forward. Nicola Munday was up to the task. Now they put it onto the shoe. The Americans take it quick. On the return is Thompson, one of the try scorers in the first half. Taylor White. In there at dummy half. She was fantastic in the first runaway try. And here she's a dummy half with the switch. Finds Sanford underneath. And now America on the front foot again. They want first points in the second. Fish. One out to an always present Esther Anderson. One of 3 queens out of New York State within this matchday squad today. Working it across, it's good passing. White, one out. Here it is for Campbell, whose pass will skittle away from Hostowski. And the East Palo Alto Razorback didn't have enough to scoop that one up and score. And Rugby League here in America going from strength to strength. For the first time, they actually sent a team, an international under-19s team, across to Europe to play in the European Championships in Serbia. And they won 2 out of 3 games in 2024, so exciting for them. And a bit of a scoop here for them. They're actually going to be sending a youth team across to New Zealand in the middle of 2025 to play there. And it's no surprise either that they are in talks to put a bid through for the 2030 World Cup. So both of these teams represent countries who are putting a lot of effort and resources into improving their standing in the rugby league world with results on and off the field. Nice carry coming from Stephanie Glumick. So Greece, they look good when they can get close to that American try line at the other end of the field, but my word, they have had a hard time getting it out of their own half so far today. Nice clearance kick, will send it down before White scoops it up and flies confidently back towards the defence. Good tackle down low there by Lavinia Talcamo. Running out from dummy half, Thompson gets across the advantage line. Ostowski up on the left. Still a few tackles in play here for USA. Fish runs it out from dummy half, darts and weaves, still going forward, throws the switch underneath. Campbell's in the driver's seat, and Campbell will fall just short. And America doubling down. It's another hard carry from Bradley. Now the crossfield kick ricochets into the hands of Greece, who'll get 0 tackles 2 metres out. First carry here from Skuroliaku in the second half. Welcome everybody here in America, over in and around Greece and anywhere else around the world who's tuning in to just get a sample and a taste of what this wonderful week of rugby league is looking like in Las Vegas. And obviously as we look forward to the matches that are coming up, Sunday 2nd of March locally, that match between Australia and England for the Women's International. That'll be the first time since 2017 that they've played one another. It'll be a fantastic game. Really looking forward to seeing Jodie Cunningham, Georgia Roach, Holly May Dodd all in action for England. And then the whole thing is concluded on the field with the reigning premiers from Australia, the 4-peat Penrith Panthers. The last 5 grand finals taking on the Cronulla Sharks at 7:30 local time on Sunday. Make sure you tune in for that one. Set to be an absolute blockbuster to get the always impressive Telstra Premiership season underway in Australia for 2025. This Rugby League smorgasbord, it's been a huge buffet here for the Americans. We've seen so many league jerseys getting around town, Warriors and Raiders in particular. And this is a really big push, driven by the NRL, in particular, Mr. Volandis and Mr. Abdo, as the Americans are looking hard and fast on that left-hand side. Shannon Hustowski will not get there as they look to ram their way through again. No points scored so far in the second half by both sides. America in the lead, though, as Anderson takes one of those trademark hard, tight lines next to the ruck through, but the Greek defence was waiting for it. Black. Oh, no, the pass has gone wayward. Masturaki will clean it up. So Greece hold on and now have an opportunity to get themselves out. Gurlemi hits and pivots, spins around. Wonderful hands from Greece, finding some form here in the second half. International game present here in the Las Vegas Rugby League week as Greece get a move along. Stavriano is brought down, but then fights her way back up to play the ball. Now Greece starting to get a little bit more from each carry than they did in the first half. Looking over to the right-hand side, Talcamo gets the ball away before they kick it downtown. for Taylor White. And he throws a dummy before she is met firmly by Glumac. ×2, the sisters, Sam and Stephanie. Hostowski stopped dead in her tracks once again. And he didn't miss it this time. A little fumble at the back. Cindy Campbell trying to plead her case. The referee has her dead to rights on this little one. There you go. So yeah, the big push for the international game. It's just the beginning for it really here in Las Vegas. So much potential as they look to seize upon the momentum and entice the world's audiences. And as of Monday, I'm told that 38% of the 46,000 tickets that were sold, that number is over 50,000 I believe now, were sold at the beginning of the week, were tickets to have been sold here in the US. So it's a huge increase. More tickets were sold by Monday than actual people that attended last year. So that's a huge percentage growth for the participation and the interest of it here. So it's great to see all of the effort that has gone into the lead up, and it has been a monstrous effort, not just by the teams that have come across from Australia, but our international friends from around the world that are present here and competing. There is a huge presence. Even the international media from Europe and America and Australia, they've all combined here. There's a real buzz about town. As the greatest game of all has landed in a big way, as Greece, through a steely-faced Rania Kutsiku, will get all the way up here. Now it's a penalty for Greece at the right end of the field. Starting to see some fatigue setting in on these players. Still no points scored by either side in the first half, but Greece, could they be on their way to breaking the drought and getting themselves on the board? It's been a fierce game from both sides. The defence has been a particular strong point, as we see the carry here from Taukamo. Oh yeah, there's a lot of bodies coming into contact there. It's been a big game for her. She's been the leading edge of the sword for Greece in attack. And another great opportunity for the ladies in blue and white to score some points. Kistanelli gets it away. Glumac. Mastoraki switches it underneath to find Girlemi, who offloads it under contact, a real feature of their game this afternoon. Playing it off the back. Kunsaku gets out of the way for Mastoraki. There it is now for Kustaku. Offloads. They're into space. Stavriano gets close. It's building here for Greece. As Mastoraki goes herself off the back, it was a brave carry. The Americans have doubled down on the fringes of the ruck. Now the cross-field kick from Kistanelli. It's rolling, it's bouncing. Blue jerseys are there! But they'll fall just short. Apologies to everyone at home. In my excitement, my microphone got caught in my chair. I was so excited. Greece were close. I lost everything. Glasses, microphone. Oh, what a moment. It was there for them. They were so close. And once again, just a little handling error right at the end. The dramatic effect. I'm in it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in it. I'm loving the game. It's happening. I want to see Greece get up, get some points. It's just there. They just need to grab it. Happy to see I'm entertaining all the folks on the YouTube comment feed. So back with USA as the sun begins to set here in the land of the free and the home of the brave. But in an interesting turn of events, it has been the lowest of scoring affairs in the second half. Not a point scored either way. And both teams have been on a much more level playing field since coming off the break. I'm not sure what was said or what was done in both respective camps, but it's been a very entertaining game to watch thus far. It's an exciting game to watch indeed. And this player, Nicole Fish, what a talent. Really showing her wares. It'll be lost though with Greece back in possession. Little past the ball. Kustaku gets it away. Big shout out to some of the, for the Americans, LA Roosters, who have been a big driving force here on the West Coast for rugby league in America. Now Greece working through the hands. Little hold and go there from Gurlemi. As Greece send it over. We've still got a good 20 or so minutes to play here in the second half. A few cracks starting to show in different forms for both of these teams. It's great to see the reach that we're getting with this one. And we saw, even over in Europe, the post-match show, Mika Richards from Man U was talking about the Super League and how good it was, and we're seeing their involvement in this competition. Obviously, Super League Wigan versus Warrington is going to be there. We're seeing the Women's England team in play as well, so starting to get momentum. Getting rugby league into these households across the world is building momentum and the status of the international game. As America punch into the corner. It's a 2-on-1, but steely resolve from Greece will take the ball and see them go again. They've been so resilient on their try line. Kutsiku plays the ball. Great shot from Robin Olivieri. We've got so much goal kicking practice in the first half, but she's just had to stick to tackling practice as Greece strides away. That's a great tackle there from Samantha Black. It's been raked out. So Greece find their second wind. Right-hand side they go. Good passing. Gurlemi, she has put in a massive shift this afternoon as we move closer to the final quarter of this international test match. Mastoraki out to the right. Little pass there from Kistanelli. Looking to utilise Steph Glumac. Right-hand side open for days. Kistanelli gets the ball away. Ballas offloads it under contact. Playing it fast and loose are the Greeks. Panayotopoulos takes that one into contact. Oh, that's an untidy pass. It'll be lost. Scrum here for the US of A. What a moment this was. Leads to this opportunity for Greece up the middle. It's a shame too that knockdown tackle gave them a full fresh set, but just a little moment, and you can see the response there. Mastaruki in the back of the shot. She was disappointed. They've had some opportunities in this match, have Greece, but it's the little 1%ers which will make or break a team's performance. Here's Beard. She'll play the ball as Darvell crashes through. Greek players starting to fall. Cramps having. Here's B. Blackmon from the San Diego Barracudas. Fresh legs on the field as head coach Sean Ruckerson looks to ice this one off. That's a very zesty hit from Rania Kutsiku. Now the kick from Olivieri. It's up, it's down. And Ballas will take it into the first tackle. Greece, oh, it's intercepted! Fish! Goes over again. I believe that's try number 3 for the impressive Nicole Fish. Well, be it sniping around her own rucks on attack, she's up in the line, she's pressuring the defence, and those wayward passes have finally created a victim. And that is a great try for Nicole Fish. 3 tries in this test match. That's a huge result. And amazingly, it's the first points scored in the second half. So take from that what you will about what this game has to offer. Both teams, there's a level of fatigue, there's a level of skill set that are really starting to show themselves as we push through. And that is just real capitalising play. You just saw how disheartened Elapaniotopoulos was. That ball, that pass was taken for granted, and Fish really took it hook, line and sinker. So USA bring up 40 points on the board. It'll be a slow return to the middle for Greece. Make sure you stay with us here on NRL.com. Our second match will be coming up very shortly at the conclusion of this one. It is the USA against Greece. They will be battling it out. They missed out on their first opportunity a few days ago because a dastardly dude or woman stole all that copper from a light post. They're here in the beautiful sun of Las Vegas this afternoon to play it out for what will be a very entertaining test match between two nations on the rise, looking to go from strength to strength. USA going up there. Another good tackle there from Takamo. Gee, she's have a shift for Greece alongside Waters, the skipper. Americans They are going in hard and fast. Here goes Fish again. 3 on the board for Fish. He's cutting through the middle. And there is no defensive net which can stop this woman. That is try number 4 for the Fish. Incredible scenes here at Silverbowl Park. And she's done it from halfway, folks. 50 metres. If this was part of a fantasy competition, Fish would be raking in the points. That's huge. And the step at the end to outwit Ballas, nothing but class from Nicole Fish. I'll be singing her praises back at the Tampa Mischief, her local club. And this is where the real players start to shine, the high IQ players. They recognise collapsing of defensive systems and fatigue and manipulate it for the betterment of their team. As the conversion is successful, it is the US of A up 46 points to 0 against Greece. And who doesn't like a replay? Look at this, through the middle, Fish. Parts of the defence, the little juke, the little jive, inside and out. And that's what it's all about. Rugby league at its best here in Sin City. The USA in the lead, 46 points to 0. Yeah, so there's Team USA. Still a bit of time left, but their biggest win that they ever recorded was actually back in September of 23 when they played Jamaica. And they were playing them over at the University of West Indies in Kingston, and they got the win 78-8. So a 70-point deficit is their biggest score ever as a national team. Uh-oh. We've had a bit of a kerfuffle here at the kickoff. So USA given another great opportunity here. So America, they will take the free pass and get the party started from halfway. Darvell, ooh, I think she's headbutted Fish on the recoil there. They're charging. Here's Beard. Big carry there from Bradley. Oh, but Gurlemi has put the pressure on and sent her backwards. Here they come again. They're getting close to that try line. They've scored a few. Now they've got the appetite. Darvell. Fish from the back. Eyes it out to the left where White is looking dangerous. White straightens, pits and spins. And she'll find it for a second time. Has she, or is she just short? No, she's short. Greece. Back with possession, passing it through the hands with some surgical precision. Trying to eliminate that opportunity for any intercepts. That'll still be fresh in their minds as we look down the barrel of the final 11 minutes of this test match. Ballas gets it clear and away. Here's Monday. Gurlemi. Big shift for the prop today. But on for the majority of this game. As we hold our breath as that ball is just held onto fingertips of the Greek players. Staraki gets it clear. Now they kick it downtown. It'll get a bounce on, but it'll be one and into the hands of Sheldon, who is sat down. Final 10 minutes are upon us. Hostowski grabs a few as play expands out to the far side of the field as the shadows grow long here at Silverbowl Park. Sanford tips it on. Good carry here by Beard. White options out to the left, gets it away clean to a rampaging Campbell, who offloads it back to Hostowski, but it will be deemed forward. And Greece will retake possession. Ten minutes left between USA and Greece. Thank you so much for your company over the last 2 hours, and to all of you that have been tuning in since the wee hours of this morning during the very successful Nines competition. Such a wonderful community that has tuned in from around the world. We appreciate your company, and we look to having you stay with us through to the next test match, which is set to be a doozy. Lemme gets one away. Staraki numbers out to the right, but she's eyes back in on the inside. It's to keep working it up the middle. It's definitely been the channel where Greece has found most of their line-breaking potential today. Come out the back, the little switch play. There's part from Kistinelli. And now they're going hard and fast. More offloads, a real staple of this side. Stavriano will take the tackle right in next to the benches here on the near side. Ballas gets it clean and away. Waters, the skipper. Waters up the middle. Parting defenders left and right. Greece, there's an excitement in the air, a buzz. They're back in striking distance. Mastaraki, the kick. Kistinelli. It's taken clean though. And now the USA look to put the throttle down and really go up the park. Tired legs from Campbell, but it's still a 50-metre carry for the centre. Palace is down though, in and amongst the tackle. Fatigue setting in. Scorelines aside, it's been a grueling contest between both of these sides. What a carry right up the middle. Cindy Campbell, who made the move to Atlanta in recent times, and she's working with the local Rhinos to start a women's team. So another great ambassador for the game. Ooh, Dallas, she's not in a good way here. There's wonderful medical staff on hand here, as there has been all week for these events. And she'll be in the very best of hands to make sure that she can safely get off the field and get all needed treatment possible. Yeah, so coming up after this, we've got another test match between USA and Greece for the men's, and both teams coming in with very different stories. Greece, a couple of 3 wins in a row coming into the match today. America, they've had 1 draw and 3 wins in the lead into this game, so plenty to play for. Greece, I beg your pardon, they're coming in off a contest against the Ukraine last year. So plenty of rugby league action coming your way via NRL.com. As we get moving on the final chapter of this test match. More amazing carries courtesy of Kiki Jordan, but she'll lose it at the very end. Some players will be hitting their limits. Oh, Kiki Jordan, she's firing it forward. Driving with the legs, but then the pass just wasn't there to be had. America looking dangerous now. A look to pounce upon this Greece side, shooting up out of the line. Stacey Thompson, try scorer on debut. Held call not being heard by the Americans. Stacey Thompson, she's all over them like a bad rash. It's a little jackrabbit, just shooting around. So many involvements on the field. Likewise in that tackle, Nicole Fish, who's probably eyeing a player of the match performance. Solid carry coming from Koulet. Matsaraki gets it away. Gets a Nelly. Gets one away too. Into open space goes Steph Glumac. Glumac's away. Gets the pass away to one of her teammates as Greece go forward, but they've fallen asleep at the wheel. The ball left there. That's high IQ stuff. Courtesy of Cindy Campbell. Literally steals it from underneath their noses. Nice carry there from Erin Walsh. It's away to the Jackrabbit. Stacey Thompson, who is wrangled down to the grass here at Silverbowl Park. Blackmon. Here's White. Back inside for Anderson, who was hammered by Talcamo. They'll take it skyward. Easy take for Waters. She's met promptly by Jordan. Still a lot of venom in these hits. Stavriano takes another fearless carry into American defenders. Striding up is Kustaku. Can't find a way through. Mastaraki gives it to Gulemi. Greece desperate for a breakthrough. Gulemi's down now. Tired bodies across the park. And for our fans back in Australia and those that follow the Telstra Premiership, you can look forward to some tightening up of the product on field this year with some law changes. We're going to see around the play of the ball, they want to see the management of the 10-metre defensive line, increase the consistency of that one. We're going to be seeing new guidelines on the interpretation of obstruction to reward the tactical use of lead runners to deceive defence and ensuring defence can adjust fairly to minimise players milking penalties. And we even saw in the pre-season, we saw trial sin binning for high tacklers who leave their opposition players with HIAs. So some great little tweaks of the game happening in the background. Nothing major because the product, it's healthy. The viewership is there. attendance last year for fixtures. Telstra Premiership up 3.8%. TV viewership up 8.6%. Participation across the sport too up an impressive 20.6%. That's a real pat on the back for a lot of great people, especially at the grassroots level, doing a fantastic job to create environments that people want to come along to and get themselves involved. Greece looking down the barrel of full time. Can they get themselves across just once? As Kalomenopoulou gets on the field in jersey 18. Cross it, Glumac out here. Kostakou, one more pass. Stavriano going at the line, but they will hound her to the ground. Quick play the ball for Greece. Little show, little go. Step inside from Glumac. Greece lose it in the tackle, but it's been deemed to have been raked out. As we see behind us, the men's USA team in their final preparations. We look forward to them kicking off. Oh, I think we've seen a little bit of an injury there in back play. It looks like Esther Anderson might have rolled the ankle. And we're waiting for her to get off the field. Greece back at it now. Taukamo. Taukamo's into space. Right in front of the sticks. Greece scrambling. America trying to contain them. Straightening up now. Kistinelli. This could be it. This might be their last opportunity. Greece. Oh, that's a big shot. Glumac went in tall. She was checked hard by Beard. Mastaraki goes to the short side. The pass will be intercepted. America get possession back, but driven across the sideline. It'll be a Greek ball. So stay with us here, folks. A bit of back and forward for possession, but it's Greece playing the ball, going up straight and hard, looking for the first points in this test match. Oh, it's another one. Back-to-back penalties against USA. Time is a-ticking. Greece. All the tackles they need to get this done, but a handling error. A handling error at the penultimate moment has been the rock in their shoe for 80 minutes. They've had a handful of good opportunities, clear space in front, but just the last passes not connecting. Little handling errors on the deck. It's a shame for them that they haven't been able to finish them, but they take away so many learnings and experiences from this game, which is a little bit about what we're doing here. These opportunities to play in these environments with these combinations of players. You don't get these learnings unless they have a larger offering of games to practice at. They all have their independent teams that they play for, but it's a different environment. When you're going on tour to play, you're away from home, you're away from the people you love, the people that you need. So it's a different environment, and I think sometimes you can take that for granted, but it's been a fantastic games by all accounts. There's been so many positives from both sides, and it's really great to see them out here going all the way to the end of this full-length 80-minute match and giving it everything they have, even if they are breaking down. So a big salute to all the players on the field right here and across the weekend, actually, for the Nines as well. So a big congratulations to all the teams that participated in that one. Another successful outing of that competition, and I'm sure it will evolve into bigger and better things in 2026. But back to the test match action here, and it has been a star-spangled, awesome job by the Americans. They'll be very happy with the result. Prolific scoring in the first half. They've gotten points in the second. But it will be a big step in the right direction. And I think everyone within the American Rugby League environment will be... Well, they'll have half a smile on the dial. They'll get a full one if their boys can back it up and get a win in the next game. But I think it's going to be pretty competitive between those two sides. There's the chip over the top from Oliveri. It'll skittle around the ankles of Glumek before it's picked up by Stavriano. Pound for pound, the bravest player on the park. There's not much to her, but she never shies away from running into the teeth of an aligned defence. Here's Kalamenopoulou. That big tailwind behind the Americans. It's been interesting though. I haven't seen it really affect the state of play too much today. So as we move into the final seconds of this match, America will be the victors. And that will draw the final curtain on what has been an entertaining test match. A great applause coming from the crowds here. Both teams really played with their hearts on their sleeves, but it is the US of A that get the win over Greece, 46 points to 0 here at Silverbowl Park in Las Vegas. Well, big congratulations to both sides. A wonderful performance and really showcasing the very best of rugby league at the moment. Stay with us here on NRL.com. Coming up, it is our second match between the USA and Greece. It's the men's turn. Well, welcome everyone to Silverbowl Park, where Rugby League in Las Vegas has taken root for 2025 as we come to you with a historic first meeting between USA and Greece. Hello and welcome to NRL.com's broadcast of this men's international test match. Commentator Martin Lippiott here with you for this momentous match. We were cheated of one a few days ago, but we're here now, and we've got some tantalising teams lining up to play for you all. The home side for the USA, captained by the veteran 42-year-old Peter Lupton in jersey 7. He will be leading the way. Expect some fireworks. Dan Vito, the wrestling superstar and NRL superstar, he'll be getting around in jersey number 4. We've also got some debutants. Selis Tarawiti coming in off the bench in jersey 21. For the visitors, Greece, Nick Moisos will be the captain in at jersey 4. The centre, we've got debuts in Sagalias and Mikaelu in fullback and centre. And then a raft of debutants in the forwards. Moisos, Iro and Slater Aptis all getting their first run out in the blue and white. Plenty of players. Greece will be kicking off. Their coach, Steve Georgalis, and then Sean Ruckerson for America. Here we go. The second match between Greece and the USA on the international stage here at the Las Vegas Festival of Rugby League. Let's get it on. America. Tails will be up here on the home track. Their ladies, an outstanding win moments ago on this very field. Both of these teams, like I said, the first time they face one another ever. So it's a historical matchup between them both. The Americans, they're coming in feeling confident. They haven't dropped a game since 2019. Back-to-back wins against South Africa last year. They drew with Canada as well in 2024. Defeated Jamaica back in 2023. Good pass there off the back from McCrory as the Americans kick it long. That's got a nice bounce on it. In pursuit is Jason Martin, but it's going to be scooped up here by Emmanuel Mukailu. Combination tackle there from Banero and Piggins. Famous name, Piggins. We'll get to that more later. Thank you all for tuning in from locally and around the world for this wonderful, wonderful event. Greece attacking with the skipper, Nick Moisos from the Kingsgrove Colts. It's his first time as captain. Now they're away and running again. Now it's with Markopoulos, but it's been raked out is the call from the referee. Play on for Greece. Fresh set to come. Falling from his feet, Billy Morris, another Kingsgrove Colts player. Right-hand side opens up. Slater Raptis, the debutant. The Newtown Jets, the New South Wales Cup, gets a run. Here they go, spreading it out to the left. Greece providing plenty of attacking options. It's a good hit there from Zampatiris. Now the left-hand side, the show and go! Greece on the board, Leon Bakis. Wow, what a try. The Sydney Roosters jersey flag under 21 player. What a talent. He was there on a train and trial. Look at this. One out. Shows, goes. Ooh. Dan Vito. He'll be the one responsible for that. Got sold by that dummy. Went all the way. It was a bit of a haymaker, you might say. And Greece are on the board. Leon Bakers, what a try. Right-hand side, the wheels on that kid. What a start. Both teams not holding any punches early on. Back into Greek hands now. It's the perfect start for them. Good tackling from the Americans. Mason McCrory in and involved. Seen a couple of shots too there from Wes Piggins. Jersey 11, standing the mark as Greece punch it in behind. Couple of Ferraris waiting out the back for a good opportunity. At the white and blue jerseys, shut it down instantaneously. Jason Martin there with the carry. Right-hand side, here's Vito. Or as he's known in the wrestling circles, Zion Quinn. He'll be heading across to Japan at the conclusion of this competition. He's got a new contract over there, and here he is lining up again, the former Raiders, St George Illawarra, Broncos and Titans player, well-travelled. It's the Americans. Send it sky high. It's a clean take by Zacharias. Now Greece. Greece, plenty of room on the field, and Markopoulos gets it clean and away, but it'll be lost this time.
All right, all right. Let's go, stay calm, boys, let's go.
What a great crowd that has amassed here at Silverbowl Park in Las Vegas for this test match. Plenty out here a couple of days ago. These teams, they were ripping and roaring and keen to get on the field, but some dastardly thieves literally stealing the copper out from underneath us. Didn't allow them to get on, so it's great to see that it's all come full circle as America puts one foot in front of the other. Ulysses Gillard from the South Florida Copperheads gets the first good carry out. Here's Martin. Greece up 6-0 here in the early stages of this game. Here's Tavita Bryce from the Brooklyn Kings. Him and his cousin, Fatai Makava, who's coming from the bench in jersey 14, playing alongside one another at a national level. So congratulations, boys. Always special when you get to play along family, and especially at this level. Here's the kick from Lupton. The 42-year-old try-international. Oh, but it's going to be picked up again. Markopoulos is away, but it's been lost and now picked up here by Washington. So, USA back in possession. Vito, the man originally from Brisbane on the East Coast, gets the carry. One out. Now, it's with Ensign Jiang. He debuted last year. He's 100% games. Both those matches against South Africa they won, which is a great bit of prep coming into this. We're very poised for a fantastic contest between two developing countries. Burrows, the Manassas, Virginia local, who's got over 60 pro club caps with the North Virginia Eagles, Wentworthville Magpies. That's in West Sydney. Played in the Sydney Shield and elevated up to the Ron Massey Cup. Geez, Toronto Wolfpack, London Scholars, Barrow Raiders. He's been everywhere, man. Back now with Greece. So Greece up against it at the moment. So look to get our way, but that pass won't find its target. It'll be knocked forward. Be a clean ball here for the USA. And this American team came together early in the week on Tuesday in America. They got a captain run in that day in preparation for their match on Wednesday. And I think the big story for them is that they're working towards kind of 3 windows per year to play their test matches. You know, now September and then that end of year November, December window. And the new West Coast Academy, courtesy of the LA Roosters, it's really increasing the interest, the optics, the opportunities for the game in the USA. You know, how do they improve that attraction development and grow the fan base? They need to have places like that. They just won't get it done. So, yeah, big pat on the back for them. Seeing more new local debutants getting a run as well, which is always exciting. They're attacking with Joe Eichner up in front. Here's that run from Piggins, whose grandpa John, his cousin of Rabbitoh's godfather, one of the godfathers of the game, ARL Hall of Famer George Piggins. His dad Darren also played Jersey Flegg for South Sydney, so a really big name in Australian Rugby League getting around as Lupton lofts one over the top, but it wasn't able to be completed. Lupton, the 42-year-old, the try and ash. Look at his kick. He's put it on a dime. Who has represented, you know, Cumbria, Wales, and the USA over 300 pro club games, including 185 Super League games from Europe. What a talent to be running round. As Piggins and Bannerow put on a good first shot. Now Greece. Right up the middle. Good first carry here from Sakalos. Darting in on the fringes, boys. Let's get the pass away. Sagalias is there. It's bouncing away for Washington, and he will get it in the end. But he's not allowed to travel very far at all. Good hit there from Zampatiris. Wow, another cracking shot. Slater Raptis. Crowd in raptures over that one. America trying to get a foothold. They are struggling at the moment. Greece have had their tackling fuel this morning. They are really twisting the screws. Straight into it. Wow, that had some real feeling. Mikhailu starts it off. Slater Raptis, the debutant, he is straight up and into work. Little feint, little pass underneath. Puts into the hands of Sakalos. Off the back, Iro goes himself, but that is an impossible barricade to get through. Big combination there between Webb and Piggins. Now the little dink in through from Markopoulos. It's going to bounce. It's spectacular. Can you believe it? What a try. Zampatiris Wow. So much happening in that one. They're having to figure out whether it's going to be awarded or not. There's a bit going on here. And the Americans have survived by the skin of their teeth. Let's relive the moment. What a kick through by Mokopoulos. The athleticism from Zampatiris. Over. Oh, wow. Millimeters in it. Millimeters. Oh, for everyone at home, we just remember our referees, they're calling it line of sight. They don't have replay facilities available to them. But it's early doors in this international men's test match, and I think we can all agree there has been some great performances so far, and we're in for a real treat during the NRL Festival of Rugby League. And it's not just about the Telstra Premiership back in Australia. This is a shared commitment to promote the domestic rugby league game, its growth, its popularity, its crowds, its people, and we've seen that in so many ways so far already as we pass the halfway point of the festival. There's Eichner, gives it away. Next carry here for Jiang. America shooting out to this. Lupton gets it clean and away for Bannerow. Washington was up in the defence before he could blink. Quick it away from Burrows, but it's been lost from the first pass. And Iro has it in his hands. So in the lead, Greece now with possession. The Americans have found a little bit of form here as we approach the quarter mark of this game, but both sides are giving it as good as they get. A lot of feeling out on the park right now, but that's some good rugby league right there. That's the big thing that they're pushing here within this American market. It's no pads, it's quick, it's fast, it's 80 minutes of pure physical endurance. And America, they love their battles, they love their contests. It's nothing like they've ever seen. There's plenty of that on offer this weekend. We've had the Nines concluding today, a wonderful two-day program. We have a raft of impressive games coming up. Super League, Women's Internationals, Telstra Premiership matches. Now Greece running it hard here. Moyos goes in. Iro. Quickly and away out to another Moyos. So Greece looking to attack. They've gotten through once before. Here they go again. Markopoulos, one pass out and away. Slater Raptis, he's been ever so good in the opening 20 minutes. Looking out to the right-hand side, deft touches are keeping the ball alive for Greece until it's thrown out of the field of play. And such big times for the men's game in rugby league in America. Their success in the European Championship with their under-19 side, winning 2 from 3. Really looking forward to what their side's going to do when they tour New Zealand a little later in the year. And tell you what, if they can get that 2030 World Cup, they are really poised for some epic growth in a market which would allow them to do so quite easily. In there, dummy half, McCrory. Sizing up his options, he's going to look over to the short side where Lupton lugs one down the field. It'll stay inside the field of play. It's batted back in by Sagalius before it runs out. This is a net gain for the USA. Gillard right up there, ready to rumble. They'll give it to Vito. The dual international, Samoa and the USA in rugby league. Lupton straightens up. Shows that these old bones have still got the ability to take it into contact. He'll fight for a metre or two. Over to the left, McCrory straightens it up for Banero, who
Two more.
tests the defence once more. One out the pass here for Russo. Greek defence holds. There's the kick from Lupton. They're looking to go skyward. They've got plenty of talent that knows how to find a few points in the corner. Take a bow, Ulysses Gillard. Conversion unsuccessful. America on the board now. Margins closer. Still plenty of time left to play.
Grace, shots on, Grace.
the steps,
Let's
shake
go,
the
boys.
camera.
Forget about it.
Just come up the steps, all the way off. Thanks.
Put a hit on him. Let's go. Straight domination.
So America, here they go again. Trailing by 2 against Greece.
Straight domination. Go again. Let's go again, boys. Go, Billy.
Another nice carry coming from the American camp. Anson Jiang. Greece are having to backpedal so dramatically as the Americans come flying in. David Washington, full of pep. They come across. McRory, Lupton sends it into the stratosphere. It's a big contest, but it will be lost on the ground, so we'll see a slower start to play once again. Vito, first carry out. Here comes Anthony Russo again. So Greece battening down the hatches as a wave of American attack comes at them. This time it's Malcolm Webb. Right under the sticks, and America breakthrough for their second and take the lead for the first time today.
Go, Hawks. Let's go. Keep it going. Hey, keep the physicality, Hawks.
Conversion is successful. The USA takes a 4-point lead here at Silverbowl Park. So America starting to get some control here. As a wonderful run from Russo up the middle of the park, 60 metres, and he manages to adjust his pants as well on the way through. Playing with gusto, MacArthur, the Provo Bronco, who debuted last year, follows up with another good carry. In the pocket goes Bannero. Finding their way up to this end of the park so easily. Whoa, the feet from Martin. Electric before he takes on the defence head on. McCrory, one out. Over the top goes McCarver. He'll get shut down. The tackle count is way up, so it's make or break time for some more points. Lupton gets the pass away. Vito, one more. Here we go. Gillard fighting with every fibre of his body. Won't be able to get it done. Grease getting the ball back here. So Grease back with the ball now. A bit of conversation here between the referees as a kick for touch will fail to find it. And America put one foot in front of the other. There are some big shots on offer here today for both teams. Not a bit of hip drop tackle in that one, how high it was. And now America will get a fresh set from within striking distance. So Vito really taking this one by both hands. McCrory finds Eichner running a short line on the outside. As momentum grinds to a halt, still here with the Americans. They'll give it to the most recent try scorer in Webb. Another Jacksonville Axeman. Lupton offloads it for McCarver, and McCarver a wait to see. Greek players think it was knocked on. McCarver's selling it, but he's got it. And the referee will be the final call and will agree with the Greek players.
Let him get under it. Go, Miles. Remember the energy.
Greece attacking on the outside. They need to respond here. They're down by 4. One try gets them back up tied as we move into the final 10 minutes of this first half. Makopoulos makes a good carry. Now they're going hard up the middle. Sakalias. There's the chip over the top. Makopoulos gets it through, but safe hands up high from Washington. Shut it down. Plenty of bodies in motion out there. Lupton, ball in hand, happy to take the breather for a second. USA in a good position here as we look down the barrel of half time. And tell you what, we should all be looking down the barrel of our major matches being played at Allegiant Stadium on Sunday, March 2nd here in Vegas. 65,000 seats, just a little bit west of the Strip. And the host of the Super Bowl in 24. And the Kansas Chiefs defeated the San Fran 49ers in 2024. Usher did the halftime show. What a treat that was. Now it's back with Greece, who are finding some good momentum with Miles Crowell. They'll punch it into touch, and a great spot here for Greece to try and unleash some of their power players into this game. Big first up carry there from Nyanyakis in the 17 jersey. Now the short side opens up. Slater Raptus can't get through. In at dummy half, Iro tries to make something happen before the defence. Say not on my watch, fella. Here we go. Greece. Ooh, round the corner, it's a bit wobbly. It's a clean pick up there for Flockus. Now a head-on carry for Gal. Gal hits and pivots. Miles Gal gets over in jersey 16. So they were hitting and pivoting, looking for a way through, and Webb misses an important tackle alongside Eichner. And Miles Gal crashes into the turf of Las Vegas to get his team all tied up. Conversion is successful by Sam Stratus. And Greece retake the narrowest of leads here at Silverbowl Park. And Gal, a Herculean effort, escapes two would-be defenders, gets it down at the feet of another. Big shout out also to Goshnik, who's been a phenomenal asset to the broadcast team on field at the ground, helping us get across all of the optics with the different teams. So a big thank you to him and a lot of the local rugby league assets that are over there from USA Rugby League, the LA Roosters, they're doing a big part too. The NRL from Australia have lots of people in place as well. Flockus in jersey 12. Getting a carry on. Here's that man mountain of Miles Gal. Just crunching them through. Greece expanding out to the left. Wonderful hands, wonderful passes as they open up avenues of the field that haven't been available, but that one will be knocked on. Much to the disappointment of Leon Bakers. Just deft touches through the hands, really impresses upon them. Both of these teams have some wonderful benefactors behind them. Nick Politis is one of the major sponsors. He's in Team Greece, but obviously the owner of the Sydney Roosters and also the LA Roosters, who have so much to do with the American side of this match too. So a great involvement from a great man. And we're seeing some great footy on display here this afternoon. Final minutes here of the first half of this international test match. The very first international test match between the USA and Greece. Greece holding a 2-point lead. Both teams have plenty of opportunity to take the lead into the halftime break. Great tackle there from Nyanyakis. As a fiery West Piggins. Now the South Florida Copperhead gets the party started. Webb with his hair restrained and tied back. Doesn't afford the same treatment for his defenders, who are struggling to bring the big man down. What a motor on Webb. McCrory gives it to Vito, who I didn't know could kick, but he sure put up a high and short one, and it's been regathered. Wonderful take by Gillard. Now the kick from Lupton. It's a double kick set as the Americans swarm in, but sailing high was Johnny Mitzias. And that was a fearless take from the 2021 Rugby League World Cup player. There's a handful of them from Greece that all had played in that Rugby League World Cup. As we watch the replay, was he hit in the air? Our referees will have to come to a conclusion. A little bit of a break here. It's been a very physical match. Thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful afternoon in the beautiful Las Vegas as we see the wonderful hills and mountains that surround us here. We go from lush green ovals to that arid desert scape of Las Vegas. The Strip not too far away, Sin City they call it. And right now these two teams, international test match between the USA and Greece. It was the showcase opener that we wanted to see a few days ago. We were disappointed we didn't get it then, but I know from seeing the large volume of people that are tuning in from around the world right now. We are all getting our fill regardless of the time zone you are in. And there will be people watching from all over the world. We have many players in this Greek team come from Greece as well, and it was the same for the women's team. So a very happy hello to you all in Greece who are watching along. If you have friends and family members that might be playing in these sides, it's a wonderful occasion. And it concludes a very great day of rugby league. The Vegas Nines tournament concluded here at Silverbowl Park. The Combine is in its end phases now. They've moved from the Oval to the UFC to do some strength and training work. We know that the captain runs and walkthrough of the venues over at Allegiant Stadium, I beg your pardon, will be taking place today. So all the teams will be checking out the socials for that as they get their last taste of what they're going to have to prepare for when they take to the field in a couple of days' time. So much happening here. And Rugby League really upselling itself to the international audiences as Makopoulos breaks the line. The offload is not clean. And the Americans trying to maintain control of this game. We saw that a lot from the ladies in the Greek team too, that offloading under contact. The Americans were scrambling to stop them, and that's a hefty contact on the ground. So seconds remain here in the first half in what has been an entertaining battle between these two teams. Oh, a show and a go. Makopoulos is away, hoodwinks the defence, beats one, beats two, beats three. And Greece extend the lead with half-time coming up just around the corner. Eyes up footy there for Makopoulos. He was the player of the tournament, the Harmony Cup last year. He was a late replacement, so he came in to this setup as a bit of an underdog originally last year, but how he has flourished now, and he is really stamping his claim on that number 7 jersey for Greece. Heads up footy, paying attention, and caught some weary American defence on their heels and made them pay the ultimate price. Greece now, all the time in the world. It should be an easy 1-2 kick here for Sam Stratus to give his team an 8-point lead, go beyond a converted try. Very, very handy for this side coming out of the break. They can start to play with a little bit of freedom and try and explore different options on how they can extend the lead. So right in front, Stratus.
Thank you.
Lines it up. Pushes it over, kicks it all the way to the glitter strip, but it's half-time here at Silverbowl Park, and Greece hold an 8-point lead over the United States of America. We're going for a short break. Stay with us. Second half, just around the corner.
Let's go, boys! Come on! Stay up! Let's go! Come on!
Welcome back, folks. We're coming to you live from Silverbowl Park in Las Vegas. The sun is setting on an incredible day of rugby league action, but fear not, folks. I'm told we do have some good illumination above us, which will help us see out the remainder of this day. Fixtures were brought forward in light of the lack of light 2 days ago. I have to say, it's been a stunning presentation from both of these teams this afternoon. USA versus Greece, the back end of a doubleheader. My name is Martin Lippiett. Thank you so much for joining us here in Las Vegas, the heart of this wonderful week of rugby league, which has seen so much action. There's still so much more to come. As America, via the boot of Peter Lupton, the 42-year-old rugby league extraordinaire, gets us started. And one of the try scorers from the first half, Miles Gow, for the first carry. And this Greek side, they've been training with the LA Roosters in preparation at Long Beach in California. And they had the potential for 8 players making full international debut. And they've got at least 4 players that have come from the local Greek community game to play here. So fantastic. And it's also really impressive too. We look at the caliber of the coaching staff for both of these sides. As America regather the ball, charging up forward now through Makavaha. Sean Rutgerson, another opportunity for an Australian native to gain international experience and keep developing the sport here in Australia. A former player with North Sydney, the Canberra Raiders, the Salford, Jacksonville. He's also the coach of Jacksonville, the Axemen here in America. So great opportunity for him with Team USA doing the men's and the women's. And then for Greece, Steve Georgialis, he's been the only international men's coach for them since their inception in 2003. And he himself has 206 first-grade games for Eastern Suburbs, Western Suburbs and the Western Tigers between 1989 and 2000. Played for Carlisle, Wakefield Trinity and Warrington in England, so much going on there. And he's also the former Penrith, Canterbury and current Parramatta Eels NRLW mentor. So what a wonderful figure he is to be steering the helm. I believe he has a couple of sons too in the wider squad playing. Lewis was slated to play a couple of days ago, but in the team changes, we also saw Greece playing in and around the 9th day, which affected the playlists for this international test as well. So there's been a few changes in and around the squad coming in for this test match, but I tell you what, it hasn't made 2 licks of a difference. They're up 18 points to 10 here in the second half against a formidable USA team who came out with all guns blazing in the opening half. But Greece really starting to show some brilliance as their skipper, Nick Moyos, the 2021 Rugby League World Cup player, gets them on the front foot. Here they go, right-hand side. Bakis will hit and spin through. Tackle not completed, says our referee, as Burrows finishes the job that his teammate started. Short side, opening up. Little pop away! And scampering through, I think it's Johnny Mitzias. Gets the points for Greece, who extend the lead. Scampering is the opt word here. He was on all fours A little pass, and Mitzias, look at that. Wonderful control. Cruises through, escapes the tackle of Ryan Bannerow, and it's first points in the second half for Greece. And the Vegas effect, it's they might write scientific papers on this one later, but there's definitely been a halo effect on the NRL over the last year that ran through the season of 2024 in Australia. It had the same effect in Europe. There's been heaps of English journos here, and I think there's a real feeling that each successive year they get to come back here and keep reproducing this product. It's getting bigger, it's getting better. We're figuring out, you know, what we should be doing, you know, what things we can probably leave out, but it's just increasing the visibility of the game, and it's becoming a little bit of a pilgrimage, a little bit of a mecca for rugby league supporters. You would have been hard-pressed in the days leading up to get a flight out of the eastern seaboard of Australia to here without being engulfed by rugby league jerseys, is what I've heard from leading journalist Brad Walters with the NRL, who's been on the ground here all over the place. Big shout out to Brad, who's been a driving force promoting the game as well. So big moves all in the right direction. As Greece look to extend their lead a little bit further, but it'll fall short as it flies through the beautiful skyline of Nevada. Mitzias, another good one there. So America are going to bring it back. They're down by 12. 2 converted tries. Now need this man to step up, bring some of his, bring that wealth of knowledge and experience. The current Boston Bear, Peter Lupton, out in the middle. I think if you know anyone that's 42 and still knocking it around with young bucks, you want to really take the hat off. It's an achievement in itself. As Lupton goes long. Greece. Give it to the always impressive Miles Gow, who careers into the traffic. Another nice carry here. Here's Flockus in jersey number 12. Greece. Offloaded away. Side stepping around the traffic is Iro. Webb shuts him down. Oh, now a little sneaky snipe for Makopoulos. Beats one, beats two before McCrory closes that avenue. Little goosey from Bakers before he ends it away. Little chip over from Saglias, but it's grabbed by Vito, who offloads it away for Gillard. Now Gillard opening up. Here he goes. What a carry from USARL Gillard. Jukes dives in and away. His loose pass will be picked up by Bakers. It's end-to-end stuff. In the setting sun of a wonderful afternoon. Look at the power here from USARL Gillard. A man who, if my research is correct, I think he is a big candidate. He's been looking across the Pacific to Australia to see if he can chase that dream of playing some rugby down under, some rugby league down under. Anthony Russo alongside Webb and Eichner packing down in the front row for Team USA. Are we desperate to force an error out of Greece right now? Makopoulos will grab a few before he is subdued. Here's Gal. flying into frame like a freight train out of hell. The penalty against the USA, Gal interfered with, trying to play the ball. Gal coming in from the back fence. Plays his hand perfectly. Now at the right end of the park, Slater Raptis, the debutant, gets a good carry. Here's Nyanyakis, offloads. Iro, one out here for Bakers, who can't get a clean ball, but it's still here with Greece. Question will be, it'll be tapped off the hands of the Americans, so is it a fresh set? It will be. Got to wonder, do they get through there? Alex Aliu out on that right-hand wing was coming from depth. So another set of 6 here for Greece. Just on 30 minutes left in this game. America, they're looking a little bit run off their feet. They're going to need to get some possession soon and get on the scoreboard. Greece really dictating the terms of this one. Markopoulos out for Sagalias. Weaves back inside, offloads, back here for Iro. Iro steps and tries to get away from Webb, but he was having none of it. Markopoulos. Gal. Always Mr. Reliable when it comes to high intensity, when a contact comes calling. Iro. Now Greece, probe on that right-hand side. Markopoulos goes himself, offloads it away for Mitsias. And he's in for a double. Johnny Mitsias. And what a story Johnny Mitsias is. Another 2021 Rugby League World Cup player for Greece. Hayden Batley, the English Championship last year in 2024. Also, this year, he's playing for the Young Cherry Pickers, which is in the small town of Young, which is about 4 hours west of Sydney. So he's a well-travelled man, and he's travelling all the way across that try line for his second one this afternoon. So great to see a man of so much international travel getting a good shot here. As we look around the grounds, we see a Penrith Panthers jersey in the background. I think I saw a New South Wales Blues Origin jersey from a few years ago on another man, so that's what you love to see. As Greece look to give themselves an 18-point buffer. It's a great strike, but the line of it will be off. Markopoulos, he's had his hand in many of these attacking plays today, but Johnny Mitsias, Mr. Handy on the right-hand side, scrambles in for 2 as the USA to be searching inward to figure out how to change their fortunes here. I'll tell you what, there'll be a lot of people both in Australia and at home and around the world that'll be looking to change their fortunes as the 2025 Telstra Premiership season kicks off. 2 matches in Vegas as a bone-rattling shot sees America back in possession. Eichner leads the charge, regathers. And here they are, right in the strike zone. A little dart there from McRory. He's smothered down though. Lupton. Switch play underneath, finds big Tavita Bryce. Right-hand side opening up, Vito. Steps up to the plate, but they march him a quarter of the way across the field back towards the posts. Now they spread. Lupton, one out for Bannerow. Gives it to Piggins, who pumps the Pistons. Bannerow out to the left as Burrows grabs it on the second try, darts back all the way to the middle of the field, sits down, Slater Raptis. Half the team has to be there to stop him. Now America with the advantage. Lupton goes high, he's got some talent, it'll bounce and run into touch before any hands can rein it in. Yeah, just a reminder, folks, Sunday, March 2nd, local time. We've got Super League, Wigan against Warrington, 12:30 local. The Canberra Raiders and New Zealand Warriors are on at 3 o'clock. Australian Jillaroos and England at 5 p.m. local time on Sunday. And then wrap it all up at 7:30 on Sunday, March 2nd at Allegiant Stadium. It will be the current reigning premiers, the 4-peat premiers, Penrith Panthers, up against the Cronulla Sharks to conclude a magnificent week of rugby league. And if you got an invite, you're going to need to go to the after party. T-Pain in the house for the NRL. What a way to cap off a weekend with Mr. Auto-Tune himself. Now Stratus decided to wrestle with the wrong opponent. And I think for a second there, we didn't see Daniel Vito. We were seeing a bit of Zion Quinn. Mind you, I think it'd be a bit weird for Zion Quinn to have so many articles of clothing on. They're pretty scantily dressed in the pro wrestling world these days. So 26 points to 10, the difference. Greece in the lead. Setting sun here at Silverbowl Park. Silverbowl Park, it's a wonderful local ground here. And it's been such a wonderful host for the Nines competition, our international test matches today. We've even seen the Combine kicking off. And geez, the Combine, so many exciting things coming out of the Combine. We've seen a raft of players training alongside the Sharks earlier in the week. We've seen another from the UK was training with the Raiders a few days ago. These are just the ones that I've heard about. In the Fan Hub, we've seen multiple signing sessions from all the big teams that are here. The Wigan Warriors. We've seen all of the major Telstra Premiership teams, including the Premiers, Penrith, the Jillaroos. We've seen England. So it's just been such a wonderful opportunity for not only the fans to get to mingle with all of these people that, you know, some of them they won't know, but a lot of their heroes as well. But I think it's also great that a lot of these players, they get that opportunity to interact with the fans and the crowds and build those connections through community, which is the real building blocks of any good sport. It's about being relatable to the people that you want to watch the games. So Greece. Coming at the Americans once more. Markopoulos offloads it cleanly. And they look out to that right-hand side. Here's Gal. Just short. Left-hand side. Bakers gets it away cleanly. And Nick Tuilatu will score under the posts. Excellent stuff from Greece. Bakis and Markopoulos, the pair of them, have been serving up absolute treats for the players outside of them. And this time, it's Tuilatu getting it done. And the void between these two sides continues to grow. There are the points for Stratus in front. Greece, 22 points the lead as we get closer to the final quarter of this test match. And Coach Steve Georgialis, he'll be very, very happy with the result. Man, he's played all over the world. Carlisle, Wakefield, Trinity, Warrington in England. Has over 200, I think 206 first grade appearances for Eastern Suburbs, Western Suburbs and the West Tigers. Such a wonderful talent to be involved with this Greek team, and you can see his fingerprints all over it. And for these developing countries, we do need to see that level of involvement. We need to see skilled individuals coming down to share that IP, to build the game. Both sides, market improvements on their last few years of competing. There's Zampatidis in 18. There's the try scorer. Tuilatu giving it away, and it's going to be given away again. And Markopoulos is away into space, but that pass was away into nothing as Sigalius picks it up, but I think someone's finally clued in that maybe, just maybe, Markopoulos' offload went forward. How's the hands? Gal, underhand backward flip to Markopoulos into space. Markopoulos might owe someone a beer for that one tonight. That's my own. He might owe Sigalius a beer for that one because that was his try any day of the week and twice on Sunday. And here we go. Wheels are beginning to wobble for the US of A. 20 minutes left here. And Greece find themselves knocking on the door with Big Miles Gal. He'll play the ball coming in from underneath. Now Bakis gets it across. Markopoulos out for Flockus in jersey 12. Little show and go from Miro as he can't find a way through. Play coming to a grinding halt as Markopoulos gets it away. Sigalius gets it this time. One more pass outside. Stratus strives for another try. This is a great result here for Sam Stratus. Plays for the Blacktown Workers. A bit of a TikToker, I'm told. Featured for Greece when they went up against Ukraine and Norway back in 2023. So he's been in and around the system over the last 3 years. And that's a good result for them. And Greece national coaches, they'll be happy here. The result in the last game wasn't what they would want. The Americans really ran away with it in the first half, but they had a great second half showing. But ultimately, it would be the USA too strong in the women's test match. But here, what started off as such a fiery contest between these two teams. We've really seen the fitness and the technique of the Greeks hold true and push through to the back end of this game, and it really has been the reason we're seeing this big deficit in scores, 36-10. They've been taking their opportunities. Bakis and Markopoulos have been sensational in the tight channels, really capitalising on some of these big, tired American bodies. So we know that all of the CEOs and the scouts from all the Telstra Premiership sides in Australia, they're out here, they're looking for this. They're looking at players, they're looking at the combine. There will be players that from this weekend, they're going to be signed and they're going to be getting into the feeder systems of some of these big name clubs. So that's what another part of this is all about. It's about looking for new talent, looking for new markets. And there's so much to be excited about, even from these two games that we've seen this afternoon. Conversion, the unsuccessful. Greece still with that 26-point lead. So what's coming up after this? Tomorrow we're going to see a massive game day fan zone in and around Vegas for all the punters to get around before we get to the big final day on Sunday. And there's just been so many opportunities for fan interaction across this week. Really just soaking it up as much as possible as Miles Gal goes all the way in. And now it's still here with Greece. One of their strengths has been the quickness that they want to play the ball this afternoon. This to Ilatu, he has a good carry. Now Markopoulos will send it out for Flockus, who's brought down. Short side, Markopoulos, great hands, flicks it off away, and the same can't be said for the passes that followed. So it'll be lost. Johnny Mitsias will throw it out. I've liked the hands of young Eddie Markopoulos. Plays for Cabramatta. Great vision. And Mitsias, this is a hard one. Do you lay the blame on Mitsias? Passed it too far back, or is it the runner was too far forward? But as it stands, Greece in a commanding position with 15 minutes left to go. There would have to be a shift in this game of titanic proportions for America to get back in and close that gap. This big Max Dacey takes a hit from the DC Cavalry. Hails from Alexandria in Virginia. He's getting married in May too, so big congratulations to you, Max Dacey. Now America on the left-hand side, charging forward with Burrows. Piggins, front and center. The tackle count dwindles for the USA. Lupton, another high kick into the corner. Silky take though from Alex Aliu. Markopoulos plays it away. Mitsias did well. Now they look to expand and penetrate through the middle of the park. Nick Moyos. Little pop over the top. No one's there initially. Stratus moves into attack mode. Little 1-2 pairing in the middle. See Slater Raptus on the move up. Markopoulos, one out. Good line by Bakis. Beats two. Bakis still going. Markopoulos on the inside. Markopoulos will finish the job. It's a Greece halves special as they run it in from halfway. And that has been building for the longest of whiles. Bakis and Markopoulos, they've been setting everyone else up for fantastic tries, but the halves pairing finally get to feed off one another. Cody Papa was riding hard on the inside, looking for some free lunch, but I don't think Markopoulos was in the mood to give. So as the game slips away from the USA, Greece are going the distance. Scoring tries from long range, has close proximity defence to ruck, seems to be the weak link at the moment for USA. So after an epically long game of silky manoeuvres, good to see the halves coming in and collecting one of their own. Now this will be a far cry from the biggest win that Greece has ever had, but you know, 18 wins and 12 losses in their history. They're looking down the barrel of maybe number 19, but gee whiz, Washington whizzes past the defense. Those light dancing feet. Great pass out there from Bryce, gives it to Vito. Out to the left now. Little faint little go there from Bannereau. Coming into frame was Jason Martin. Like a battering ram, he went at the defence. The referees discussing now to see if this one's gotten across the line. Oh, and he's lost it right at the end. Jason Martin. Just breaking through that defence. It was a gutsy effort, I think, from Johnny Mitzius to put himself in front of it to try and slow it down. And that little shot coming in from the side has very well done it. Now the Americans coming at them. Here's Makavaha. Now they give it to Bryce. He can't find a way through. Wild pass out the back, Lupton. Oh, and his pass will fall from the hands of Dacey. As the game ticks on and slips further away from the US. Just little 1%ers, a little bit of niggle too there. Lupton copping some lip from Zampintitis. Little bit of passion on the field. It's what we like to see. Now with Bakis. Oh, and that's a cruel mismatch between Sagalias and Vito. Small on big, big on small. That's how it goes sometimes. Greece enjoying a very healthy lead over the home side. Just their punctuality and their willingness to want to play the ball quick is making a world of difference here when you compare these two teams. Inside the final 10 here at Las Vegas. And what a spectacle it has been. Here's Tuilatu, plays the ball underneath. Markopoulos out the back for Bakis, who enlists the help of Mitchell Zampitidis. And he'll lose the ball in the tackle. And a great start for both of these countries in 2025. Their international test arena. They'll be itching to build on the lessons learned from this game as Vito has a good carry. And America will get the penalty here. Well, there's probably not enough time for them to close that gap, but I imagine for Team USA and head coach Sean Ruckerson, they'll be pretty keen just to have a few more opportunities to try and add a few more points to the scoreline. There's Dacey. Team America sending that under-19s team across to New Zealand mid-year. I'm sure they'll be back at the 2025 European Championship again. After they had so much success there last year as they look to weave some magic on that left-hand side. Burrows gets it done. Piggins. Slowed up, meters from the line. Lupton goes skyward again. He's got some tall frames there, and it'll ricochet off an American set of hands and go into touch. Yeah, they've pulled this one out of the queue a few times, and it's interesting to see because they had an overlap there of players. Could they have gone for a pass? Is it not in the repertoire? I'm not sure, but the kick has been something they've lent on heavily this afternoon, and it just hasn't performed, I think, the way that they intended it to. And Greece, they continue to charge headfirst into this contest. They'll take it all the way to the final hooter. There's Billy Muitos, brother of the skipper Nick, as they kick it long. Haven't seen a 40-20 yet, but I was just thinking to myself, what haven't we seen today? And there it is, a 40-20. Have to be close. A lot of congratulations going on there for Team Greece. Have to try and gauge by the markings on the field whether it was a 40-20. Right, Greece back with the ball. Markopoulos out the back for Bakis. The pass is good to Scalius, and now they're winding it out, and Sam Stratus goes in for three. Points for Greece as they approach 50 on the board, and they're manufacturing space and overlaps all over this field right now. They've got it on a string. And I'll beg my pardon, it's a second for Stratus. I'm sure there's lots of fans for him across the world that would like to see him get 3, but it's been a kind of day like that. You can't forget Fisher for America in the game before, finished the game with 4 tries. What a wonderful talent she is. And we may have just heard the full-time whistle from our referee as well, so it's a Greek victory, sure, with 1 conversion to come. What a performance by this Greek side. So much to take away from this game. One last kick of the ball. It'll be unsuccessful. Well, maybe we're not there yet, but certainly heard a whistle that sounded like it. A great match for both sides, Greece and the USA. A doubleheader, a history-making doubleheader. First time they've done it, and against one another. So plenty going on with these teams. And as they eagerly look forward to 2025 and also the Rugby League World Cup next year for the men, both of these sides fell just short of making qualification for that, but I have this feeling that as they move towards getting full membership in the International Rugby League community, that their presence at the 2030 games, especially if America will be hosting it, will be an almost sure thing. They are striving to do this as we see a very unsubtle strip here from Lupton. As time ticks away here, it's been a great day on the park for Greece, who, off the back of another Markopoulos kick, will look to that'll look to go over. That's actually that's very good. He's still going. Oh no. I think he's actually taken the ball. I don't think he's coming back. Well, that's one way to... It's official, he's left the building, so... Well, you see some strange things in your time that stop a football game, but that one is definitely a new one for me. Greece back here. Markopoulos tips it on and away. Yannakis takes it up into the teeth of the defence. That's with Papa, jersey 9. We play the ball. Scalias coming in. It's a bit of a mess. It's been knocked down. USA for the feed. So it's a big result here for Greece. They will take a world of confidence from this game as they propel into their 2025 campaign. America too might not have got the victory, but they'll take away things sure from this and look to develop their game as Burrows flies up, and now, oh, looks like we've got a pulled hammy on the far side. It's not good. But full time is here. It is a victory to Greece. A big congratulations to Greece for getting the win today. Condolences for America for their performance as well. But what a day it has been. A win and a loss for both countries respectively. A big win for Rugby League overall. Thank you so much for your company here this afternoon. It's been a wonderful conclusion to this day in Las Vegas. Make sure you stay tuned to all the news and videos coming up. Still so much happening here at the Glitter Strip at the 2025 Festival of Rugby League. My name is Martin Lippier. Thank you so much for your company, and we'll see you next time.